Welcome back, grade 11s. I hope you are more relaxed. Now let's quickly wrap up this beautiful lesson that we've just had. Now, in the first part of our revision activity, we looked at the different business environments where you must remember that we have the micro, the market, and the macro environment. Now, very important to note is that the micro environment deals with the inside of the business, and therefore we have full control over it. We then looked at the market environment, which is the immediate outside of the business, where we only have influence over the components. And then we have the macro environment, where we look at the external parts of the business. And therefore, we have no control over this environment, but we can only adapt to the challenges. Then we also focused on ways in which we can adapt to the different challenges of the macro environment. Now, it is very important to note again, grade 11s, that for you to be able to use the correct terminology in defining the environments, you must know what each environment is about. Now, when you think of micro, think about my business, inside my business, and I have full control. Now, this will help you to avoid this error of not knowing which degree of control to use for each environment. And then also, grade 11s, you must remember to name the components of the micro environments as they appear. Then we also looked at the business sectors. Now, do not confuse the business environments with the business sectors. So business sectors include your primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. Now, these three sectors are needed in the distribution process of the products that we are manufacturing. So when you see products in the store that you are already buying, you must remember that they went through the different sectors, which is the primary, secondary, and tertiary. Then we also have the different common errors that you can make in the business sectors. So you might have a difficulty in identifying the activities in each sector. Now, a tip here is to note that when we talk about the primary sector, for example, we will identify words such as extraction from nature, natural resources. That's where you find your forestry, your fishing, and agriculture. Then when you look at the secondary sector, you will see keywords such as manufacturing and producing. Now that will give you an idea to say that this is in the secondary sector. And you will also see activities such as baking, you will see manufacturing again, and so forth. Then tertiary sector deals with services. Now these are products that are already finished in the secondary sector that are now being sold to customers. Then you must be able to also know the interrelatedness of the three sectors, meaning that you must know how each sector depends on another. We also looked at the socio-economic issues, and we discussed privacy, as well as the industrial relations. Now, the common errors that you can make here is that you might not be able to discuss fully the impact of socio-economic issues. Now, remember that in this case, we are only talking about the negative impact that socio-economic issues have on businesses. So you must remember that when there is piracy, how does this promote, or how does this give a negative impact in the business? Then very important, you must also know the Labor Relations Act and its purpose. So for you to know its purpose, you must know exactly what kind of an act it is and what it is about. So remember that here our main focus is to have a healthy relationship between the employer and the employee. Now, grade 11s, with that said, this brings me to the end of today's lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed, and remember to always stay shining bright wherever you are so that you are always visible. This is goodbye from me. See you soon.